Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm 33 weeks pregnant and I have a lot to talk about today, so I'm gonna breeze through a lot of these topics. First thing on the list this week is that I have finally stopped spinning. At 32 weeks, if you guys follow my vlogs, you'll know that I went for a spin and realized that I cannot do it anymore. Like, it was so painful on my belly, it was so uncomfortable, it just made me feel so just overwhelmed, and I went into like a total meltdown mode, so I'm not spinning anymore. I've decided that I'm so active on a day-to-day basis with how much stuff I do around the house, and just I'm running everywhere all the time, so I feel like I'm exerting a lot of energy throughout the day, and that working out right now this far along in my pregnancy for me just isn't cutting it. I envy those women who work out up until their due date. Next time I'm definitely gonna try to stay a lot more fit throughout the pregnancy, but I've kind of made my bed now and I'm just going to lie in it and stay as active as possible, but I just don't think I can put the pressure on myself to spin 5 days a week anymore because it just does not feel right. I've really been pushing myself this pregnancy, and what I mean by that is that I have not gone about my day until recently. I've not gone about my day taking into account the fact that I'm pregnant besides first thing in the morning. The one thing that I've done differently since I'm pregnant is I've been giving myself extra time in the morning to lay in bed and relax and sleep in a little bit longer rather than trying to set a really early time for myself to get up every morning. So other than that, I've been acting like I'm not pregnant. I've been trying to squeeze all of the activities in that I did before I was pregnant, just working myself into exhaustion, and it just was way too much for me. And I think that at 32 weeks, that's when I really had a reality check and got real with myself that I cannot continue doing all of the things that I was doing. I don't have that energy anymore, and I just have been so much easier on myself this past week. And to be honest with you, I feel so much better after just looking in the mirror and being like, you're 32, 33 weeks pregnant now, and you need to start giving yourself a break, taking it easy, not being so hard on yourself, you know, getting as much as you can done. But if certain things don't get done, they don't get done, because I can't expect to just be Superwoman and do it all right now. And I'm lucky that I don't have any other children right now, so I can give myself that break when I need it. And I've really enjoyed kind of being a lot kinder to myself in that sense. My feet and ankles have been aching this week, like so much pain. And if I'm up on my feet for, you know, it seems like barely any time, they're like, okay, we need a break. I've been seeing a lot of veins in my chest this week. I've always had very visible veins, but this week the veins in my chest are really showing. In the beginning of this week, I was still having a lot of acid reflux, but my acid reflux and heartburn have actually gone down a little bit, and I think I know why, which I'll talk about in just a minute. I have been having chafing, and I think that that's because of shaving with an actual razor. And I think that at this point, in that general region, I don't think that shaving with a razor anymore is gonna be the best bet. I'm thinking about just buying like a little electric trimmer and just doing it that way, because I think that like getting a close shave down there right now is just not a priority. So we're just gonna be trimming up the hedges from now on. The other symptoms that I want to talk about kind of go into a category together. So these symptoms have been intense swelling is the first one. This symptom happened right when I got to my maternity shoot. I noticed it for the very first time. I've been noticing a little bit of swelling in my feet here and there, but you guys, when I got to my maternity shoot and looked down at my feet, they were like doubled in size. Like, I could not see my ankles. It was so terrifying. I was freaking out thinking that I had preeclampsia, because one of the symptoms of preeclampsia is intense swelling that comes on suddenly. And so it freaked me out because there was no warning, and I was just about to do my maternity shoot, and I was just like, are you kidding me? It was terrifying. And ever since then, they've just seemed to be really swollen, and it took them a couple days. They're still swollen today, but like it took a couple days after that for them to even remotely start to go down, When my doctor looked at them yesterday, she was like, oh, I think this is normal swelling for a pregnant woman as far along as you are. But she did not see them on that day. The second symptom that's been going along with that is I have been having vision changes, and I talked about that in my last video. It's not anything drastic. I can still see, but my vision is seriously different than it was. To go along with that, I've been having intense pelvic pain, pressure pain in my pelvis, like my bones are cracking, like it's sore, like just pain. Then to go with that, it's like when I get up from laying down or get up from standing, it's like I feel like I'm gonna break a hip. That's the amount of pain that I'm in. To go along with that, I've been having cramps like I'm having my period, like exactly like period cramps pretty regularly now. Then next step that goes along with that, I've started experiencing lower back pain. And lower back pain is not very much fun. So that started coming on. Now to add to all of that, I have now for the past couple of days been having diarrhea. So there's a trend here with these symptoms. So now we're gonna go into the final symptom that goes along with these is that Skyla has dropped. And when you see my belly, you will see that she has in fact dropped. Now, some people drop down and they go weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks until they deliver. Some people's babies drop and they go into labor 2 to 4 weeks from that time. The amount of symptoms and the intensity of these symptoms could be nothing. It could absolutely be nothing. And I spoke with my doctor about this, but her general response to everything throughout this whole pregnancy is, it's fine, it's nothing, no big deal, don't worry. She's so like chill and laid back, and that's great and everything, but I also want to still pay attention to my symptoms and still be alert to the fact that all of these symptoms are signs that that labor is getting closer. That's not to say that I'm going to go into labor before my due date, because I do know that most women for their first pregnancy, they go over their due date, and I'll probably be one of those people. But I've just been having so many symptoms that resemble getting close to labor, and so I just wanted to be prepared for that. The only two symptoms that I do not have that resemble early signs of labor are I don't have any bleeding, there is no mucus plug show, and there's no water breaking. Those are the only things. With all of that being said, I did go in and see my doctor. She measured my belly. She said that Skyla's measuring perfectly. She hasn't checked to see what she weighs. She hasn't checked to see how tall she is. She hasn't checked my cervix. She hasn't done any of that stuff. That's not going to happen until I'm 35 weeks. So that's happening actually on our anniversary on May 9th is when I go in for that. So she hasn't done any sort of test on me besides testing my blood pressure, testing my urine, measuring my belly, and checking Skyla's heart rate. Those are the steady checks that she does on me every time I go in. Even though I told her that I was having all of these symptoms, she didn't think that it was anything. I felt like I really wanted to get my hospital bag finished and out of the way in the event that something were to happen and I were to go into labor early. When I went to my maternity shoot, my photographer told me that I should probably pack my bags as soon as possible because I think she went 4 weeks early. I have friends who have gone weeks and weeks early. I would like for you guys to leave in the comments what week did you give birth with your previous pregnancies, or just let me know. I want to know your experience. I just wanted to be prepared. So my hospital bag is pretty much ready, and I have a separate bag for Skyla. I'm going to be doing 2 videos coming up soon. One's going to be what's in my bag for me, and then one's going to be what's in my bag for Skyla, because I'm going to have 2 different bags. And my doctor told me something interesting that I wasn't expecting. She told me that I should probably bring my breast pump with me to the hospital so that I could speak with the I think they're called lactation consultants. Maybe I'm making that name completely up. But she said that I could speak to them and they could help me with making sure my breast pump is set up correctly and things like that. So I'm going to be putting my breast pump together, putting it in the little tote, and putting that next to my bags. My bags are kind of like, they're on my entryway table. because I like to be prepared. I'm gonna go ahead at around 35 weeks or so, I'm gonna go ahead and install the car seat, and then we will pretty much be good to go. Those videos are not gonna be coming up next week because next week on Monday I'm going to be uploading my baby shower footage because my baby shower is supposed to be this Saturday. Now, I say that it's supposed to be this Saturday because we are probably going to be having a really big storm here in Houston on Saturday. You never know though, the weather, you just never know with the weather, so I don't know. But we have a venue and everything for the baby shower. We have about 25 people coming, and if it storms or if something like that happens, the venue may close. We may not be able to have it there. People may not be able to get there, and even if we were like, okay, backup plan, let's have it at my house, people might not be able to make it to my house. So, you know, it is what it is. I can't control the weather, and so I'm just keeping a positive attitude about it. There might be a baby shower on Saturday, or there might not be a baby shower on Saturday. But either way, I'm going to be vlogging that day, and I'll be uploading that on Monday. Another thing that happened this previous week is Nick had a big work event that I went to. It was like a fashion show for his work that I went to. And I have all of these crazy pregnancy hormones and just like crazy mood swings and emotions. And I went to his event, and it just made me really miss, like, kind of, I guess, having a life outside of being kind of like, I'm kind of a stay-at-home wife, even though I mean, I work from home and I have my own companies, but I pretty much work from home. I have like my business partner, and that's it. Like, I don't attend like work functions or work events. I don't have like big to-dos or big like work dinners or work parties or like big networks anymore. Like, I used to be so social, and I used to be like always going out and doing things, always meeting new people, and I used to like have kind of my own world. And lately my whole world has been, I'm Nick Williams' wife, I am pregnant, I am kind of a stay-at-home wife, like I do the housework around here, and then I work from home, like it's kind of like a little Etsy hobby job. And I've started to just feel like, I don't know where I'm trying to go with that, but it's like I miss having a life outside of this little suburban house. And I'm kind of getting like a little bit of cabin fever, and I'm kind of, now that I'm pregnant and having a baby, I'm just starting to feel like my identity is kind of turning into mommy, wifey, household caretaker. Does that make sense? So I had a little bit of a like meltdown episode over that. I miss being like a mover and a shaker and like out there in the world, because I'm not really anymore, and Nick is. I want to be the woman of the hour sometimes. I used to be the woman of the hour all the time, and now I'm not really anymore. Is that selfish? Back to my maternity shoot. I'm going to put a link below that you can click on and just see my entire maternity photo shoot day. It was so much fun. But I do want to say that with my next pregnancies, that I will probably, if I do another maternity shoot, I'm not sure, it may just be like a one-time thing, unless, I don't know, it just depends. If I do another maternity shoot, it will be before 30 weeks. For me personally, once I started getting to 30 weeks, I've just started getting to the point now in my pregnancy where I don't want to have a lot of stuff on my plate, and I get overwhelmed really easily. So I would recommend to you doing your maternity photo shoot right before you get to 30 weeks. Because if you're like me, once you get to that 30 to 32 week mark, you're gonna be singing a different tune. While I was at my maternity shoot, one of the venue owners asked me, so are they boys or girls? Meaning like, are my babies? Whoa. The room just started spinning. Whoa, guys, I just got really dizzy, like I just got off of like the teacup ride at Disney World. That was really weird. Okay, I'm back. God, I just completely lost my train of thought too. He meant like, he thought I was having twins and asked if they were boys or girls. And I was like, it's actually just one and it's a girl. So once again, people are always making that twin comment, but she's measuring correctly. When I went at the doctor, she's measuring 33 weeks, which I have no idea how is possible, but she is. I went to the doctor yesterday, and this is part of the reason that I didn't get this video up yesterday. I'm sorry that this video is a day late, but I just could not film yesterday. I was kind of just a disaster, and I was crying for hours, and there was just no way. If I would have come on here and done a video, it would have been a nightmare. So I wanted to give myself a night to sleep on it before I came on here and talked to you guys. I'm really glad that I did because a lot has changed in the past 24 hours. So I went in to see the doctor, and I always do a urine sample. Then I go in and have my weight checked, and they take my blood pressure. So I stepped up on the scale, and I had gained another 6 pounds since my last checkup, which was only 2 weeks ago. So now I'm up at 176. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna be in trouble. I knew she was gonna have something to say about it. So then I sit down and I get my blood pressure taken. And now I know that I've been swelling massively for the past week, ever since my traveling for the maternity shoot, because it was in Austin and I had to drive 3 hours both ways. And so I knew that I was swelling and retaining water, so I wasn't super shocked to see that the scale had gone up, but 6 pounds was a lot more than I was expecting to go up. So then she took my blood pressure, and while she was taking my blood pressure, like, we were talking and we were having a conversation, and I also had just seen that my weight had gone up, so that may have like made my blood pressure spike up a little bit, because it kind of freaked me out. So she was doing my blood pressure. It wasn't considered high, but it was 134 over something when it's usually not that. It's usually like in the 110 to 120 range at the highest. So 134 was a little bit high for me. And she was like, it might just be because we're talking, so after you see the doctor, I'll bring you back in and we'll recheck your blood pressure. So I go in and I talk to the I go in and sit to wait for the doctor, and she was taking forever to come in. And so I'm thinking, like, crap, the preeclampsia thing came back up in my head again, and I'm like, do I have preeclampsia? Because now I have all this swelling, my blood pressure is up a little bit, I've gained some weight, I have vision changes, and I'm thinking, like, for sure preeclampsia, because those are all the symptoms of preeclampsia. So I was expecting her to come in and say that there were proteins in my urine. And she came in and she goes, well, I think that it's time to see a nutritionist. And I was just like, really, at 33 weeks you think that I should see a nutritionist when I have like 6.5 weeks left before my due date? She's like, I really still think that, you know, you're doing everything that you should be doing, but it might just be good for you to go in and see a nutritionist. And in my head I'm just thinking, like, I'm so sick of this topic. I'm so sick of this being brought up. Like, I'm so over the situation, and I wanted to be like, listen, I eat whatever, I've been pretty much eating whatever I want, minus like the fact that I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier, but I've been still giving into my cravings. I stopped working out because it's no longer comfortable to work out, and I'm freaking huge. And before I got pregnant, I was working out 5 times a week, and I was on an extremely strict diet. So I am not shocked at all that I have put on, what is it? I think 48 pounds. Yeah, I am not shocked at all that I've put on that amount of weight. Like, it just doesn't, like, I've talked about this every single week, and I'm just over it. I've let go of it. And she wanted me to go see a nutritionist. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, okay, you want me to go see a nutritionist? Great. You know, I was just gonna go ahead and go do it, but it just really put me in a bad mood because I just don't know what going to a nutritionist 6.5 weeks before my due date is gonna do for me. Maybe after I give birth and, you know, time has passed and I'm not losing weight, that would be an accurate time, in my opinion, to go see a nutritionist if the weight does not start coming off after I give birth. In that case, yes, maybe, but that's a maybe. Oh, and not to mention, I went back and had my blood pressure rechecked and it was normal again. So I'm pretty sure my blood pressure spiked when I saw that I had gained weight, because I knew that she was gonna get on to me and that it was gonna bother me and that I was gonna get all worked up because I'm so emotional and hormonal that I just didn't want to hear about it. So I tell her about all the symptoms that I'm having. I tell her about skyla dropping and the back pain and the pelvic pain and the diarrhea and all of these symptoms that I'm concerned about, and the sudden swelling, because it wasn't like slowly it started swelling. It was like I looked down and my feet were out of control. So telling her about all these symptoms, the vision changes, everything, and she's just like, well, you know, that's kind of normal for this point in your pregnancy. And I'm a first-time mom, so I really don't know much, but I just kind of wanted her to just check and do something, just make sure that everything's normal. And she didn't even bring anything up about the proteins in my urine. My brain was so far gone off in some other direction that I forgot to even ask, but I know she would have told me if there was protein in my urine. So I'm guessing there wasn't. I'm guessing that she's not worried about preeclampsia. I'm guessing that wasn't a fear. But I just left I've said this a few times with you guys, but I just left her office just not feeling right about it. At 35 weeks, we'll do a check to measure how big the baby is, how much she weighs, how long she is, and I'll do, I think she's gonna do another test that I don't even remember what it is, but some sort of blood test to test for something else late in pregnancy, and just routine stuff. And then she's gonna do the cervical check or whatever. And she wanted Nick, she told me she wanted Nick to come with me, and Nick's so busy with work right now that it was really hard scheduling to try and get him to come in, find a time that worked for both of us, and I don't even know if he's gonna be able to come in. So I just left feeling so overwhelmed, and I just was crying all day because I felt like she just has a way of making me feel bad about myself. And so I just left there feeling crappy. Fast forward to today, I had a voicemail from the nutritionist, and she had called and said, your doctor had ordered a nutrition consultation for you. Please give me a call back so we can schedule. So I called and I was just like, hey, you know, I'm really far along in my pregnancy. I just want to see how much this is going to cost me, because, you know, if my insurance is going to pay for it, it's free, I'd be happy to come in and see you. But basically, I didn't want to go in if it was going to cost me a lot, because I don't really feel like it's necessary. It's not like I am clueless about nutrition. I've just been eating how I want to eat and giving into my cravings, and that's why I've gained weight. So I just don't feel like it was like that necessary. So she was like, why did your doctor order this for you? And I told her, I was like, before I got pregnant, I was small and I was on a fitness regimen. Once I got pregnant, I stopped working out as much and I started eating whatever I want. So I've gained more than my doctor wanted me to gain. And I'm gonna insert the clip so you can see it, but she was just kind of like, yeah, that's pretty normal. I'm not sure why doctors don't understand that. That's like, you'll see in the video, I don't remember her exact words, but she's pretty much like, these doctors don't get it, or something like that. That was her, and that was all that I needed to hear to be like, okay, I'm not going in. But then she said that the doctor didn't have an opening for at least a month anyway. And guys, that's like 2 weeks before my due date. I am not going to see a nutritionist 2 weeks before my due date. That's insanity. That's freaking insane. So I'm like, I'm gonna pass. So here's that clip.
Physician staff member, press 1. All other callers, press 2. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes. All of our representatives scheduling. This is Claudia. How can I help you?
Hi Claudia, this is Aaryn Williams. I just had a voicemail from you to come call back to schedule an appointment.
Okay, let me check 1 moment. Let me see. There's an order for you to come in for a nutrition consultation, is that right?
I think so, but I did want to check and see what, like how much that would cost and to come in for that, because I really only have a couple weeks left of my pregnancy. So I just don't know if it's something that, depending on what it's going to cost, I just don't know if it's something that I personally think is necessary right now.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that usually we schedule the appointment and then they would call you back to give you information about the benefits. The only thing is though that he is booked for like a month for nutrition.
Oh, she is? See, okay, because my due date is coming up in 6 weeks, so I really don't think that it would benefit me to go in 2 weeks before my due date.
Order this for you.
No, I was pretty small when I got pregnant with my daughter, and I was on a really strict fitness regimen. So when I got pregnant, I ended up gaining more weight than she had recommended that I gain. And so that's why she wanted me to come in. But I'm fairly confident. Yeah, I'm fairly confident that it's just because I was fitness training before I got pregnant, and then I stopped once I got pregnant.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you.
Doctors, I don't understand.
I know.
I can't tell you, no, it makes no sense, but you know what I mean?
No, I completely agree with you. And since she's booked all the way out a month, I think I'll just go ahead and pass if that's okay.
Okay, I'll put notes in here then.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. I was keeping a food journal today, and I was like gonna go and like listen to hear what the nutritionist had to say and go do the whole thing, but that's completely a write-off now, and I just feel a lot better because it just didn't feel right to begin with. If before I got pregnant I was already eating whatever I wanted and not working out as much, I would have already been at a higher weight. Therefore, I wouldn't have gained as much weight during this pregnancy, and then she would think that it was normal. That's it for what's been going on this week outside of products, but now I have a few things that I've gathered that I want to show you. I will also be showing what I get for my baby shower. I'll be doing a separate video on that, but I have some products here that I want to show you that I think you're going to enjoy. Okay, I'm going to start with some things for Skyla. I got a set of about, of course, I got a set of about, I think 21 bows or something like this, and they come on a headband. I got this whole set, and it comes in like literally every color. Look at all these. And I got them on Etsy, and the shop name is For Your Princess 22. And with shipping, it was like 20 bucks. Like including shipping for all of these bows. I shop on Etsy a lot, so they always give me like a list of recommended items for, I guess, just a list of recommended items. And so I found this little Christmas outfit, and I made sure to get it in, I think it was like 6 to 12 months. In 6 months it'll be Christmas time, and it was like a really cheap price. I'll link that as well. And so I just got it because it was cheap, and why not? So this is the headband that it comes with. Then it has a little ruffle butt. And then 2 leggings like this, little candy cane leggings. So the whole set, I forgot the price for it, but this is the whole set. And I just figured that since it came in that size that I would go ahead and get it just for fun, because it's so fun getting cute little girl stuff in the mail. I canceled my bump box because it's not cheap, and the stuff that they were sending me was just, I wasn't really into it. And I'm not talking about bump style box. They're 2 different things. Bump box is a product box, and bump style box is a clothing box. I still have my bump style box, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But I canceled my bump box because I haven't been impressed with it lately, and I don't really use a lot of the stuff that they send. But they did send me one thing this month that I really like, and I figured that you guys would like it too. But it's this Baby Ganix, and these are like high chair, toy, and table wipes. So they're just little organic wipes that are fragrance-free and non-toxic, plant-based, and they're good to use on baby toys and any surfaces that the babies are on a lot, and it's safe for them. And I just thought that they were really convenient. I had to go to JCPenney's yesterday to get some towels, and I passed by the baby section, and I had to just go ahead and look, and I found a couple things that I wanted. And I don't have a lot of newborn stuff for Skyla, and that makes me a little bit nervous. And for some reason, I don't know why, guys, I've just been having these weird like maternal instincts starting to kick in, and that's why I packed my hospital bag, and that's why I bought a couple of newborn outfits, is because I just have this strange feeling, and I can't put my hand in it. I can't put my finger on it, but it told me I need to buy newborn size stuff, so I bought 2. So I bought these 2 little snap. This one's a zip up with a little kitty feet, and a kitty on the back. Lavender, so precious. It was on massive sale. It's originally $16, but it was everything that I got was on sale. This was too, this little cupcake one. and this is originally $16 and it was also on sale. And I liked that it had the snaps in it because I've been told you don't want to put stuff over your baby's head when they're a newborn. It's just easier to zip, unzip, or unsnap. And so I got these two little newborn things, and I mean, they look pretty big to me. Like, if my baby comes out bigger than this, I'm kind of screwed. And then I also got this Flamingo baby bath towel, and I think it's hooded. Yeah, it's a hooded towel, and it says that this was $24, but it was also on sale, and I just really liked the pink and blue polka dots, and I liked the flamingos. I only have, I think, one hooded bath towel for her, and I know that's on my list, so I just got it because I saw it and it was really cute. The next thing I'm going to show you is really excited because I'm going to be hosting a giveaway on my Instagram, and I love hosting giveaways. I just think that it's so much fun. These are the two things that I'm going to be giving away. They have different prints. This is just the print that they sent me in the mail, but these are not the only prints that you can choose from. Itzy Ritzy has just launched in Babies R Us, and two of the things that they have in Babies R Us now. This is the first one. This is a car seat canopy that's velcros on like that. I think it should be either velcro or snaps, but this is like the feathery one. The print, I really like this feather print. I think it's so adorable, and this is kind of like a casual everyday car seat canopy because you guys know I have one, but it's super glam. I might not want to use that one all the time because, you know, it's glam. And then the other thing that's going to be on the giveaway is the shopping cart and high chair cover. How adorable is this? Just keep a lookout on my Instagram. I'll put my Instagram handle right here at the bottom of the screen. Just keep a lookout on my Instagram for when this giveaway is going to happen. And if you don't win the giveaway, these will be available at Babies R Us. And like I said, these aren't the only prints that they come in. That's it for Skyla. Now we can talk about a couple things for me. I decided to go with a new prenatal. This prenatal, and not because anything's wrong with my other one. I still love my other one and I swear by it. I mean, look how healthy, look how much weight I've gained, and look how big Skyla is. I think it's a great prenatal. But this one comes with probiotics in it. My other one doesn't have probiotics in it, so I've been taking a probiotic plus a DHA plus my prenatal. And this one is 2-in-1, probiotics plus prenatal. And this is what it looks like. Rainbow Light, Prenatal 1. And this one is complete nutrition, energizes, eases discomfort, and it's non-constipating. Not that I need that. And it's easy to digest with probiotics and enzymes. It's vegan and gluten-free, and there's 150 tablets in this, so it's a big bottle. And the reason that I switched to it is because this is considered one of the top rated on the market right now, and I just read so much good stuff about it that I figured why not switch to it. You guys know I'm always trying new things. And my Stitch Fix came in this month, and this is the first month that a lot of the stuff in my box didn't fit me, so I ended up only keeping two things. I kept this shirt and then this black shirt that I'm going to show you. And it's a Daniel Rain. I don't remember the price of it, but here's what it looks like. A little bit hard to see in this screen, but there, that's a little bit better lighting. Here's what the sleeves look like. They're just big bell sleeves, really flowy and really flattering. This top that I have on right now is one of the softest tops in the world. It has this really cute button detail up here like this, and it's ruched on the sides. It's so nice. It's so casual and just so perfect. You'll get to see the rest of it when I stand up to do my bump shot. Then I had a gift card to Pee in the Pod Maternity, and if you guys know anything about Pee in the Pod Maternity, they're extremely overpriced, and I'm not a fan of the prices at Pee in the Pod whatsoever. But I had a gift card, and so I could only buy 3 things for, I think my gift card had either 60 or 80 on it. I don't know, but I couldn't even get very much with that, which you would think that for maternity clothes you'd be able to get a lot with that, but no. So, and I had to shop in the sales section, so I literally just clicked on the sales and I looked at the stuff that was on sale. I got this, which I'm happy I did. It's a nude wireless like bandeau top, and I've been wearing this a lot, and it clasps in the back like this. And then I got this Pee in the Pod brand size medium maternity top that looks like this, and it ties around. Here's the little belt, and it ties around. It's nothing special, but I really needed some casual tops. The other one is in the wash because I already wore it, but it's just like a fuchsia V-neck t-shirt with a little front pocket, and that's all I got for, I think it was $60. I guess that's okay, but like the only reason I was able to even get those 3 things is because they were all on massive sale, like big time sale. Before I show you my bump, I'm going to tell you that I was going to have a second video going up today, which was going to be my bump style box video, and I'm going to be doing a try on haul, and I'm going to be doing a whole video dedicated to bump style box because a lot of people have had questions about how it works and just the whole general idea of what bump style box is. Would you benefit from it? Is it something that you would like? And what type of items do they send you? What do they look like on? What's the quality of them? You know, things like that. And so I'm going to be doing a whole video dedicated to bump style box. So that will be coming up soon. It's not going to be up today. I'm still waiting on a couple pieces because 2 of the things that were in my box this month were too small, and so I wanted to exchange them for the correct size so that when I did my try on haul for you guys, you could see everything on me that was in my box. I didn't want to leave anything out. So be on the lookout for that. It could really go up at any time. I don't want to say a wrong date like last time, how I said there was going to be 2 videos going up today and there was only 1. So I'm sorry if that let any of you guys down, but it is time to see my bump now. So here's my cute Stitch Fix top, the three-quarter sleeve. It's super comfy. And then here's the ruche sides. You might not be able to tell that Skyla's dropped, but there's a lot more. I'll show you when I pull my shirt up. There's a lot more room between my boobs and the big part of my belly than there used to be. Okay guys, that is it for my 33 weeks pregnant update. And before I go, I wanted to add that a lot of you guys ask, where is, like, what lipstick are you wearing? What makeup are you wearing for this? Or where did you get those shorts? Where did you get that jewelry? And I just wanted to remind you that everything that I'm wearing, including my makeup and my clothes and everything, and all the products that I talk about, are all listed in the drop-down box below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys on Friday, tomorrow, for my weekly vlog. Bye.